And 1 second. Can everybody see my screen?
No.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Colleen Hernandez from CGI Business Solutions, and we are going to be reviewing the upcoming 2021 benefits offered to you at Future Foods. I'm happy to announce that all benefits that you currently have in place will be offered again in the upcoming year, and you will have the option of one additional new plan available to you from Blue Cross Blue Shield this year as well. As a reminder, the benefits that we're going to be reviewing will begin on January 1st. So whatever benefits you have right now will remain in place until December 31st, 2020, and then whatever new elections you choose will begin on January 1st. The benefits that you choose will remain in effect the entire plan year. The only time that you can make a change to your benefit package is if you have a qualifying event. Qualifying events are going to include situations such as marriage, divorce, if your spouse was covered somewhere else, they lost their coverage and they can come on your plan. If you have a spouse covered, then they gain eligibility for a plan elsewhere, then you can remove them from your plan. But in any of these instances, you cannot change your plan. You can only change the people covered under it. So it is important that you understand the different benefits. So again, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. Bottom of the first page here is a refresher on how you can locate a participating provider. The medical plans will now be offering two different network options. The blue options, which is the network for the plans you currently have, and then we'll be introducing a new third plan, which uses a Blue Care network. So if you consider moving to the Blue Care, you will need to make sure that your doctors are participating within the network. You will also need to choose a primary care physician if you elect the Blue Care plan. So you will need to look up your doctor and provide their physician ID number. Right-hand side of the page is a refresher on how you can locate a participating provider. If you enroll in the DHMO, you will also need to choose a participating primary care dentist. You're able to cover medical dependents until age 30, no questions asked. However, dental, vision, children are covered until age 26. Let's take a peek at the medical in more details. As I mentioned, we're offering a new plan. The new plan is the plan in the first column. This is the Blue Cross Blue Shield 17251 plan. This plan is identical to the Blue Options 17001 plan. However, there are a few minor differences. It's the network. So as I mentioned, this is going to utilize the Blue Care network, which is an in-network only plan. So you must choose a doctor within the network or you will not have coverage. However, if there is a true life-threatening emergency on this plan, you go to the nearest emergency room and it'll be treated as if you were in the network. This is a copay plan, so every single covered service is going to have a copay. You'll notice that there is no deductible, no coinsurance. Your out-of-pocket maximum on this plan is $7,000 for an individual, not to exceed $14,000 collectively as a family unit. This means that no one person in the family will pay more than that $7,000, and altogether, no family unit will pay more than $14,000 out of pocket. The out-of-pocket is going to include all of your copays, including prescription drugs. A couple of things that I wanted to mention on this plan. $40 copay to see a primary care physician. There's an $80 copay to see a specialist. You do not need a referral to see the specialist on this plan, but you must pick a primary care physician. Again, you do not need a referral, and if any doctor tells you differently, you can have them call Blue Cross Blue Shield to confirm, because you do not need a referral. All preventative care and treatment on this plan, as well as the other two options, covered at no charge to you. You walk in, you walk out, you pay nothing. The emergency room, you're subject to a $700 copay. That means all your emergency room care and treatment covered under that one copay. Urgent care, an $85 copay. Urgent care, you'll notice, is going to cost you substantially less, and they can do a lot of the same things that an emergency room can do. They can give you x-rays, stitch you up, do flu testing, and it's going to save you time, aggravation, and a whole lot of money. So please use your best judgment so you know where to go before you go. Any diagnostic lab work covered at a $50 copay. The in-network lab in Florida is Quest Diagnostics. If you need an x-ray, there's a $150 copay. An MRI or a CAT scan, there's a $750 copay. On the inpatient hospitalization, there is a $2,000 copay per day. If you're there for 1 day, you're going to pay $2,000. If you're there for 2 days, you're going to pay $4,000. If you're there for 3 days, you're going to pay $6,000. There is a $6,000 cap. So if you're there anywhere from day 4 to day 365, you're capped at that $6,000 maximum for that hospital stay. Outpatient surgery, $1,800 copay. Again, all of your copays are rolling to that out-of-pocket maximum of $7,000 for the individual, $14,000 for the family. This plan has copays for all covered medications. $25 tier 1 generic, then you have the preferred brand at $150, non-preferred at $250, and then the specialty drugs at $350. The second plan in column number 2 is the Blue Options 19103. This is a plan that is already offered to you. This plan does have a lot of copays. You'll see a copay for the doctor, a copay for the specialist, the convenient care clinic, which are those clinics inside of Walgreens, CVS, Target, covered at a $45 copay. You have a copay for urgent care. You have a copay for labs. However, you also have deductible and co-insurance in some situations, such as emergency room, x-rays, and hospitals, both inpatient and outpatient. What that means is if you visit one of these facilities, you're going to pay the first $3,000. After that, you're responsible for 20% of the remaining bill until you reach the out-of-pocket maximum of $8,000 for an individual. Family deductible is capped at collectively $6,000, then you pay 20% until a maximum of $16,000. The benefit of this plan is you have the larger network of providers, the Blue Options network, which is the network you're currently on. Plus, you do have out-of-network benefits that you can utilize if you do so choose. However, I always advise everyone to stay in network whenever possible because it is going to save you a lot of money. And the network is a large national network that you shouldn't have any issues remaining within the network. When it comes to prescription drugs on this plan, you'll notice that you only have a copay for generic drugs. There's a $20 copay. Preferred brand, non-preferred brand, and specialty medications are all subject to the deductible first. After you satisfy your deductible, then you will have a copay. The last medical plan is another plan that you currently have the option of enrolling in right now. It's the blue options 17001. This plan mirrors the blue care 17251. Again, it's the network that is different, and the fact that the 17001 has out-of-network coverage. But the benefits within the plan are identical. Next, I'm going to talk about another way that you can help save a little bit of money. Regardless of the medical plan that you choose, even if you choose not to have any medical coverage, you're able to take advantage of these special pharmacy programs. These are programs ran through each of the separate pharmacies and has nothing to do with your medical insurance at all. Walmart, Winn-Dixie, you can purchase a generic medication for $4, a 90-day supply for as little as $10. Publix offers free routine maintenance medication, as well as some antibiotics, absolutely free, no charge to you. All you need to do is have a prescription, and then you do not have to incur any kind of cost. Another program that I wanted to mention is GoodRx. GoodRx is going to be especially valuable if you enroll in the middle plan and find yourself in a position where you need to take a brand name medication and you are subject to deductible. GoodRx is a website where you're able to type in the name of a medication and your zip code. It'll then pull up a list of participating pharmacies in the area and the cost of that medication at each of those different pharmacy locations. In addition, if there is a manufacturer coupon for that medication, there will be a link right there to download that coupon. There is an additional option available to everybody, which is the Canadian pharmacy. This is a pharmacy program where you can purchase medication overseas. It will not count to your deductible or out-of-pocket maximum, but the Canadian pharmacy, they are still subject to a lot of the testing that is required within the United States, and you're able to purchase the prescriptions at a substantial discount. As a reminder, you do not even need to have any medical insurance in order to take advantage of these programs. Next page talks about the Florida Blue Clinicistas. These Clinicistas are Florida Blue owned medical centers. There are medical centers located throughout the state of Florida. You can log on to www.mysanitas.com/FL to find a center within Florida. Each of the centers are going to have different services that they offer. Some will have primary care, some will have specialties, some will have urgent care on site, some of them may even have MRI centers directly on site. Because this is owned by Blue Cross Blue Shield, you will receive a substantial discount by visiting one of these centers. You can see a primary care doctor for as little as $5 on this plan. It is substantially lower than your copay on your medical plans. Another benefit offered to you through Blue Cross Blue Shield is Teladoc. Teladoc allows you access 24/7 to a licensed medical doctor. The doctor is able to treat and diagnose you over the phone and even call in prescription drugs. Teladoc is great for things such as, I think I have pink eye, I have a rash, I'm not feeling well, I think I have a sinus infection. Perfect, able to treat you. They'll send the prescription right to the pharmacy. By the time you get there, it is ready to go. Teladoc you must register in order to use, you must register on the Teladoc site in order to use the benefit. And just like when you are going to a new doctor for the first time, you will need to fill out some medical questions. You'll only fill out the new medical questions one time. one time, and after that, you'll never have to complete the medical questions again. I advise everybody to download the app or go online and complete the questionnaires, because even though it only takes a few minutes, there's nothing you want to do more when you're not feeling well than answer, a bunch of questions. Moving on. The next page talks a little bit about Blue Cross's wellness program, the Better You Strive. Blue Cross's wellness program provides access to a variety of different activities. They can give you tips on eating better, exercising. It works with your smartphone or other devices to sync your activity levels. Next page talks about knowing where to go for care and treatment before you go. We did talk about this a little bit already when I mentioned urgent care versus emergency room. And this flyer just goes over different scenarios and where you might want to go for each of these different types of scenarios. In order of cost, it's going to go purple, then blue, then green. Purple, you'll pay the least amount of money. Urgent care being blue, you'll pay moderate amount of money. And then emergency room is going to be the most expensive to you in green. Next, we're going to talk about your dental benefits. Exact same 2 dental plans you have to choose from right now. You're going to have the option of the DHMO dental plan, where you must pick a dentist and see that dentist. Then every single covered treatment will be covered at a copay to you. This way you'll know what you're responsible for before you go to the doctor. The other option is going to be a PPO dental option. On this plan, you'll have a larger network of in-network dentists to choose from. Plus, you'll have the ability to go out of network if you do so choose. You are given a $1,000 benefit to use every single calendar year for each covered individual. However, it is quite possible that you may have a larger amount available to you, or maybe a dependent has a larger amount available to them in the future calendar years. Because if you are a PPO member and you must seek care and treatment, whether it be a cleaning or any type of service that Guardian does not pay more than $500 for, Guardian will reward you by giving you an extra $250 or an extra $350 if you stayed in the network only, to use for future benefit periods. So they're going to give you more money that they will pay for you in the future for you essentially having good dental health. Again, you must have had a visit that did not cost Guardian more than $500 in order to qualify for that additional rollover amount. Any basic services in the network, you're subject to no member responsibility. If you choose to go out of the network, you may do so. Just like any other plan, you are going to pay more money if you choose to go out of the network. You're responsible for 20% for any preventative services. If you need any basic or major services, you're going to have a percentage that you pay after your deductible. Your deductible is $50 for an individual, not to exceed $150 collectively as a family unit. In-network basic services are going to cost you 20% after you satisfy that deductible. Major services, 50% after the deductible. If you choose to go out of the network, basic services are 30% after deductible, and major services you're responsible for 60% after the deductible. In addition to the network differences, you'll also notice that the DHMO has orthodontia available for both children and adults. The PPO has no orthodontia available. You can switch back and forth between the plans. So if last year you had PPO and this year you want to try out the DHMO and see if that is something that you like, you may do so. However, if you are purchasing the DHMO for orthodontia, you will need to be covered under that plan for 2 years to receive the full payout by Guardian. What they do is they split orthodontia payments into 4. They give once every 6 months, a quarter of the money to the dentist. Regardless of the dental plan that you choose, though, you will receive a college tuition benefit. This college tuition benefit is a reward for having Guardian Dental. Guardian is going to give you 2,000 points, which equates to $2,000 to use for a future college student's education. Your qualified beneficiaries, the people you can use this money for, are going to include your children, stepchildren, grandchildren, nieces and nephews, and godchildren. So as long as you can get their name, date of birth, and address for a child, you can register them as your dependent. In addition to the 2,000 annual points or $2,000 worth of money, you're also given an extra $500 per dependent that you enroll per beneficiary. Couple important dates to keep in mind. Number one, you must register for this program on a separate website. It is www.guardian.collegetuitionbenefit.com. You must register for this site within 6 months of the effective date in order to get the points for this year. You must then register your dependent the summer before they enter the 11th grade. So you have to have them already as your dependent by August the year they enter the 11th grade. You must then choose whether or not you want to use the money for that dependent in August before they enter the 12th grade year. Even if you do not have a beneficiary right now, please still take a moment, register, and start accumulating the points for the future. Next benefit we're going to talk about is the vision benefit. The vision benefit is offered to you through Guardian utilizing the Davis Vision Network. Exact same plan you have right now. You are provided an eye exam. So sorry, I'm skipping around over here. You're provided an eye exam at a $10 copay every single year. You can then get new lenses, either contact lenses or lenses for your glasses every year, and you'll get new frames every other year. If you need contact lenses or frames, you're given a $130 allowance, meaning Guardian is going to pay $130 for the lenses or the frames. You are also given a discount above the $130 if you so choose a product that costs more. However, due to lower prices at Costco, Walmart, and Sam's, you may not see the additional discount over the balance, but you will still receive the $130 allowance. If you choose frames, you will also have a $25 copay for the lenses for those frames. That's going to cover the standard single vision, bifocal, trifocal, and lenticular lenses. You can always opt to do the anti-glare, anti-scratch transitional lens, but you are responsible for a slightly additional amount. Just like on the other plans, you may choose to go out of network, you are going to be responsible for more. On this plan, you pay 100%, then you will fill out a claim form, and then you'll get reimbursed for any expenses. Your employer also offers a $15,000 life insurance benefit to you. The life insurance benefit has an accidental death and dismemberment rider. So if you were to lose your life as a result of an accident, both policies will pay out and you would receive $30,000, $15,000 worth of life and $15,000 in the accidental death and dismemberment benefit for your beneficiary. The accidental death and dismemberment benefit does also pay out if you are to lose a limb, vision, or hearing. So that will pay out a prorated amount depending upon the disability that you incur. Every single person gets the life insurance benefit. So even if you are not taking any of the other benefits, I will still need an application back from you. I'm going to talk about that more in a couple minutes. Next benefit is the Employee Assistance Program. The Employee Assistance Program is absolutely free to every single Future Foods employee, including those part-time. This benefit can help you with navigating day-to-day life. They have unlimited telephonic and online support that covers a wide variety of topics, including adoption assistance. Maybe you're taking care of an aging parent. They can help you find an adult daycare. They can help look into assisted living. They have adoption assistance. They provide some immigration questions. They can help you build budgets, and they have budget calculators and saving for retirement and exercise and stress management and nutrition, a whole variety of things. Plus, in addition to the unlimited online and telephonic support, they offer 3 free face-to-face sessions with a licensed counselor for each separate incident. So if my teenage child was having difficulty adjusting to virtual schooling and they're feeling a little depressed and sheltered and we're all staying inside and the world is different, 3 free face-to-face sessions, which may occur via Zoom nowadays, absolutely free of charge. And then you are having difficulty because you suffered a loss as a result of COVID or some other illness. 3 free face-to-face sessions for that as well. Lastly, we're going to talk about what do your benefits cost. Everything on the back page is going to be a bi-weekly payroll deduction. This is the amount that you will see taken out of your paycheck, every single paycheck, for the corresponding benefit. Bottom of this page also has contact information for both Florida Blue and Guardian, which are your carriers, your providers. They have telephone numbers, websites, and you also have my information, Colleen Hernandez, and Debbie Rito in my office. You have our phone numbers and email addresses. We are here to help. We can offer assistance on anything, whether it be questions about your medical, questions about your dental, discussing things in a little bit more detail. Maybe you have a question of a sensitive nature. Please don't hesitate to give us a call. That's what we're here for. Last thing I want to talk about is the enrollment application. It is a separate form. It is 2 pages, front and back. Again, I need this completed by all employees, even if you do not wish to enroll in the coverage. You're going to complete your basic information at the top, including name, date of birth, address, and phone number. You're then going to add any dependent information. You only need to add your dependents if they are enrolling. Please note that Social Security numbers are mandatory for those that are enrolling. You will then get to the medical section. You can either enroll in the coverage and put a little check in the box that you want, or you can decline the coverage. If you decline the coverage, I do need you to complete this little information over here at the bottom, waiver of benefits, and tell me why you are refusing the benefits, please. Next, you're going to, drawing your attention to the top, please. Please notice, as I mentioned earlier in this call, if you elect to enroll in the Blue Care 17251, you will need to choose a medical provider, and you will write their number and name right there on that line. Moving down, you'll notice that you have the same options over here: dental, two different options. If you choose the DHMO, I will need the dental ID number. Moving on to the back page, you have the vision, you have the employee assistance, which everybody gets, the life insurance, which everybody gets. You also have the beneficiary information. Please take a moment and complete the information. You'll go to two different sections, primary, which means if something were to happen to you, this is who your money will go to. Then you have contingent, which means in the event that something were to happen to you and your primary beneficiary, then the money will go to the contingent beneficiary. If you choose to name more than one person, the totals must equal 100%. Does anybody have any questions now about anything?
I have a question.
Yeah.
Can you hear me? Okay, so I'm sorry if I might have missed this before. For the provider number, there's one area for that, but I know currently myself, my wife, and my kids each have a different.
Yeah, and so that's fine. If you have multiple individuals, you can put the provider number. You can just put it right next to their name in the dependent information section, so they'll know who to assign to which provider. But that was an excellent question. Thank you.
Hey, I got a question for you too.
Yes.
Hey, so if I'm happy with the plan I had last year, is it written on my card which one I have?
It is not written on your card which plan you have. So if you were unsure, I am happy to provide guidance, and I can tell you which plan you have, but everybody's plans are going to vary, so I would need everybody to reach out to me on an individual basis or log into their member portal where you will have access to that information, but it does not say it on your card.
What's the web address for the member portal?
It's www.bcbsfl.com or www.floridablue.com, right over here on the bottom section of the benefit guide. If you've never registered, you're going to register as a new user. Otherwise, you just log in with whatever you've created your user ID and password to be. We are missing an important question, so I'm going to answer it before anybody asks it. When are these forms due? I need all of the forms completed and returned by Friday at 5 p.m., please. And this way, anybody making changes will be in this system, ready to go, and you'll have your new ID card, if applicable, by the 1st, and you're able to use your benefits. Any other questions? Okay, well, I'm done with you guys if you guys don't have any questions, but again, you have my contact information. If anything should come up, I am here and happy to help however I can.
I think Alex is trying to ask you guys a question, but he can't get through. You hear you, Alex? Check 1, 2.
He's not muted right now.
Are you muted, buddy?
I don't. No.
Hold on.
Let's try the chat feature.
Okay, work email or home email address on this form?
It doesn't matter. It's whatever you feel comfortable for us to contact you at, just in case we have a question on the form. We have means of getting in touch with you.
We tested last year. They sent us the info as to what plan we had last year.
Okay, Alex is asking if we had dental last year individually. Can you send anybody the information on which plan they had last year?
Your dental does have it on your card.
Okay, cool.
So you're going to have the managed dental guard, which is the DHMO, or you're going to have the other one is the PPO. And if you have the managed dental card, the HMO, your card will also have the dental ID number that you're assigned to. So if you're happy there, you can just write that same code on the application and we'll keep your dentist the same.
All right.
Any other questions?
Anything else, Alex? All right, he's good. I'm good.
Excellent. Well, I appreciate everybody's time.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much, Colleen.
All right, thank you. I'm going to send you the recording shortly, okay?
Have a good day.